Hey everybody, what's going on? News AF coming up live here this afternoon. Got like a million great stories to talk about.
Oh, probably a billion.
Exactly. No more, no less.
No more, no less. Happy to have you here with us live here once again on a Tuesday. You ready? You ready to jump into it?
I am.
Okay. Wind it up.
Winding up. Okay, here we go. Get to the right tab here.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the time I introed the show and then I played Danny's Balls Hole song?
Yeah, that was so very cool.
Best day of my life.
So embarrassing. Okay.
Dude, that's the first time I've ever seen you make a mistake on a podcast.
Yeah. It was bound to happen. I was due. All right.
Yeah, you were.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of December 7th, 2021, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual.
Yeah, the actual factual news is here to talk about everything that's going on and keep you informed about the world in which we all live in. And now here's a man who is flying high after one of the top events of the year last week. Here is pickleball's top influencer, Tyson Apostle. Tyson, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. I got back from Utah. Utah was beautiful. It was a whirlwind of a trip. Just went to play some pickleball and watch some Survivor with a crowd of I don't know, 50, 60 people showed up.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was it.
Did you have a lot of people that were there just for the pickleball and then like, hey, would this show still on?
No, it was mostly people for the show that also
Survivor
played pickleball. There's quite the crossover of it's a very similar demographic, pickleball and Survivor. It's either older people or younger people who act like older people.
Yeah. Interesting.
Sense. Yeah.
You don't have a lot of younger people who act like older people.
No, you do have younger people that act like older people.
It's young people. It's young people that act like old people, not old people that act like young people.
Yeah, no. I mean,
interesting.
I guess Survivor, yeah, there's old people. So old people of all personality types like Survivor. And then young people who are old souls tend to also enjoy Survivor.
Yeah. Okay. What about old people who are act like young people? That would fit into all types of old people.
I think so. Yeah, that's why I adjusted my statement.
Except for older people who act like even older people.
That's too old. Then they don't like
too
TV.
Old. Yeah.
It makes them uncomfortable. All that technology.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a man who had one of the other top events of 2021 this weekend when he celebrated another year of being alive. It's Danny Bryson.
What an achievement.
Yes.
43 now, right?
Keeping myself alive for another year is no small feat. Anything can go wrong. Once you go past 40, you're living on borrowed time.
Yeah.
You could blow a knee out, like doing something as simple as like going to pick up a piece of paper from the floor.
Your phallus could fall off.
Fighting a child,
That
you
could
could lose an
happen?
eye.
I think so.
Oh my
It's
God.
just it's just you don't know, and it's so weird because it really
You say
does.
fighting a child and losing an eye?
Yeah, you don't even know what could happen as an older person. Not
Especially-
old person, but an older person.
I think you should be more worried about when, Danny, your oldest kid is over 20 years old and you end up inevitably getting in a fist fight with him in your
Out
front
on the
yard
lawn,
for the
Thanksgiving
neighbors-
morning.
for the neighbors to watch.
You got to say to him, come on, you want to take a poke at me? You want to take a poke at the
He'll
old
go
man?
straight for the eyes because I've trained him well. He'll be like, I know the soft spot.
You know you want to.
Eyes, balls, behind the ear. Those are the best spots to hit. I once had a kid punch me behind the ear. He was just playing around. I got to say, it did put me down because that hurt like really bad. Tiny little fish just managed to get right in there, and he hit me with all his strength.
One of your kids?
No, it was a friend's kid, and I wanted to shot put the kid, but obviously you can't. That's the one thing they've got going for them, right? They can cause you all sorts of pain, but you can't really cause them any pain back. Maybe psychologically you can break them down.
Even still, no. I don't know. I think Psychologically.
Yeah, my birthday happened. That wasn't the biggest event. On Saturday, I drove Santa Claus around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Someone texted me on Friday night, could I drive Santa Claus around? I said yes.
Why did you have to drive him around?
I don't know. It was very strange that they would.
Do you have a
ask
truck?
Me.
Was he
no?
I in the back of a truck. Do you have one of those Pope mobiles where there's like bulletproof glass?
No, I took Santa Claus's truck and drove him around the neighborhood. Now he had a speaker system in the back. He was blasting "Here Comes Santa Claus," and also this is at 8:30 in the morning, berating people by name in their houses. Like, hey, wake up! Yeah.
On Friday?
On Saturday morning.
Why did Santa need people up?
Because there was going to be a neighborhood Christmas party. But
did you attend?
No, I did not. I did my part by driving Santa Claus around.
Did your family go?
Yeah, they went.
And what did you? Okay, so
I said, look, I don't have to go. I got up early. I drove Santa Claus around. I sat in the car and participated in his whole thing while he shouted through a microphone system at people who are probably still asleep, berating them, telling them to get up, not be lazy.
Do an impression of like one of Santa's yells at one of these neighbors.
Hey, Johnsons, I know you're in there. Wake up and get out here. Christmas party coming up. Get out. Get out of bed.
Terrifying. And this is like the antithesis of all Santa lore that I've heard to date, where the idea is to be go to sleep.
Yes,
so Santa Claus can come. Never before has Santa Claus been like, "Hey, rise and shine, mother effers."
This is
the kids were not deterred.
The new generation.
Neighborhood kids were pleased to see Santa berating the adults. Maybe they were looking for this was an early Christmas gift. Like, he's giving it to our lazy parents.
Finally, what time did the party start? If he's getting everybody up at like 8 or 8:30.
I think 9:30. What a weird time
for
a
party. What kind of party is? Yeah, were you ashamed?
It was on a Saturday. I think that, I wasn't necessarily ashamed, but I was amused. I think that on a Saturday, if you're going to throw a neighborhood party, you want to get it out of the way early, assuming people have stuff to do. You know, my kids enjoyed themselves. They hung out with Santa Claus. They ate breakfast. So I guess it was good.
Can you please respond to this comment? This is the antithesis of everything Danny has done. He hates holidays, hates interacting with neighbors, and hates obligations.
I do.
And how did you get drafted into this?
Yeah, how was
my neighbor across my neighbors
are you the special project? They're like, let's get Danny involved somehow.
My neighbors are all exceedingly nice and generous, helpful, and just all around way better than me. Okay. So if they ask me a favor after ignoring them for 6 years, I do feel that I owe them something. You know, because they've been so nice to me that I should probably do something in return. Sure. So my thing was to drive Santa around, and then I returned to my lair and did not go to the party. I don't want to go to the party to talk to the people who I just got out of bed with Santa's help. So that was my pre-birthday gift. My actual birthday, Liz took the kids and left the house. Yeah.
So that just sounds like a regular day then now. So your birthday was just she wanted regular credit day of escaping from the kids.
She wanted credit by taking the kids out, but she left the youngest one, and that cancels out the other two because the youngest one needs me to cook dino nuggets, get her a drink, help her fix her iPad. So it wasn't really great. And then my kids didn't even say happy birthday, which I thought was super selfish of them. Like at the very least, acknowledge that your dad was born on this day.
Yeah.
The whole reason you're here is because this day took place. All right, kids. So Liz went to bed that night. She's like, I feel like you just had the worst birthday ever. And I was like, it was kind of crappy, but I don't know what I was expecting. No cake, no candle, no singing, no mention of my birthday.
But you don't like any of those things.
I know, but it was almost too much the other way. I do want to be acknowledged.
They gave you everything you've always wanted.
No, she still left the kid.
Yeah.
And almost I spent everything you actually wanted, and now you're saying,
it's too much.
Actually want.
Acknowledge.
Sometimes when you get what you want, Tyson,
that's when you find out it's not for you.
Doesn't taste as sweet.
I spent 5 hours cleaning the house. That was the other thing I did for my birthday, is cleaning my house, just scrubbing everything, cleaning off walls.
Yeah.
So there, happy birthday and Christmas to me. What a season to be alive.
Yeah. So it sounds like the superior day was driving around Santa than your birthday.
Yeah, it was something to remember. I'll always remember driving Santa around.
Mm-hmm.
But this birthday, I've already kind of forgotten that it happened.
Yeah, but that's what you've always wanted. But now,
well, normally I'm doing something cool on my birthday. The last 3 years,
What
I've been
happened?
skiing a volcano. The weather was just terrible. I couldn't get up to Glacier Peak.
Hold
to go
up.
ski.
You've skied a volcano every birthday for the last 3 birthdays?
Yeah.
And you were planning to ski another volcano this birthday?
Yeah, but
so that's your thing? On your birthdays, you purposely go out and ski a volcano?
Yeah, then I have a great birthday. Very memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So no volcano this year.
Do you
I
think
only have
that,
like 2 or 3 volcanoes left anyway.
Do you think when you're suffering severe dementia on your deathbed that you will only remember volcanoes and won't even remember you had children?
No, I'll remember. You forget that, yeah, I go do stuff, but I spend more time with my kids than most people. So no, I will definitely remember my kids.
Plus, not to spoil what's to come in this episode, that I think we have on pretty good authority that Danny will not be suffering from dementia if he keeps going the way that he's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let's open those
sneak
blood
peek of what's to come. Yeah.
I'll remember more than just my birthdays and everything else. Very specifically.
Yes.
I remember one event.
Okay. Well, let's get into our top stories at this hour here on News AF. We are coming to the end of 2021, believe it or not. And of course, at the end of the year, there's a lot of lists that come out, the best this, the worst this, but they have worked on a list of 2021's most mispronounced words, or words that many of us have had to learn how to pronounce in the year 2021. Topping the list. Yes.
Is there a way that we can do like a quiz? Like you can spell the word for us and we tell you how it's pronounced or something?
Sure. Okay. All right. All right. The first word, and I guess for bonus points, we also get the definition. This word is spelled CHEUGY.
Chuggy.
Yes. That's correct.
Chuggy.
Yes.
I've never even heard that word.
You've never heard chuggy? If I remember correctly, it has to do something with fashion and styles from the 90s. Does that sound correct, Rob?
Not exactly. Not really. It's about fashion and style more associated with millennials that has become embarrassingly outdated, according to Gen Z.
TKMG also says that antithesis, which is not how I pronounced it the first time. I said antithesis.
Yes.
Antithesis is the number one mispronounced word here on the podcast so far today.
Yeah.
Here's an example of chuggy. It says a sign that reads "Live, Laugh, Love."
Yeah.
Did you guys see a lot of those signs? Is that something that people put in their dorms or something?
No,
I don't know if I've ever
put
seen
them in their homes.
Yeah, well, I've seen people put like "Bless this house."
Yeah, I don't know if that's really necessarily a millennial thing.
This home is,
so what I'm
this
saying
house is now a home because
I've never seen "Live, Laugh, Love."
You haven't?
You're lucky.
Yeah, you are lucky. You haven't. We'll get a sticker made up for you.
I don't allow signs in my house. I don't allow.
You have a no sign house. So how do you let people know that there's a no sign house?
No decorative words.
You don't. So let me ask you this:
blocks that spell things.
You don't go into your bathroom and look on the bathroom mirror, and there's a sign that says "Dance like no one is watching."
No, I wish I had. Actually, I could use a sign there. Wash your hands, or you will be screamed at. Flush the toilet, or else you will be screamed at. Because neither of those things take place. Those are good signs. Those are signs my kids could use. I wish the door of my bathroom would stay locked until those two things had been completed. That would be a great invention.
You want to design something that until the soap, the sink, and the toilet handle have
to be activated to unlock the door
in the correct order.
Yep, exactly. Then the door lock,
it's like a Squid Game.
Itself.
Yeah.
Because it's just otherwise, I mean, it's so gross.
Pete in the chat says, if you don't have any signs in your house, Danny, then how do you know when it's wine o'clock?
Or how do I know that it's time to live, laugh, and love?
Maybe
that's what's been missing. Or to bless this house.
That's probably why your birthday was so sad.
I'm like, dude, if only I had a sign that told me to laugh more, then I would feel so happy. Okay.
I have to be honest. My wife is a bit of a sign maker, and I have to tell her that this is very chuggy around here.
It's so chuggy.
I have some friends and family who are vinyl sign makers who have bought vinyl sign makers specifically to make these signs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She made one yesterday that said, "Santa, stop here."
That's what I'm talking about. That would never be allowed. I would be so upset with that sign. Although, you know what? It is a new season, so maybe I should wander through my house and see if I have some seasonal signs up.
Here's a sign from OMG, a sign idea for you, Danny, that says, "In this house, we have no signs."
Great. I like that.
Yeah. I think she also has one that says, "If you're looking for a sign to work out today, this is it."
That's a good one. Where did you? Is that one that you have?
I don't think it's an original. I know. I don't. That she, in her mom cave. I think it might. I think we have one in the laundry room where it's like, "Laundry room, drop your pants in here."
DePete says the antithesis of chuggy. You spelled chuggy wrong. DePete, is it C-H-E-U?
See, there's an E in there.
E-W or E-U.
Yeah, and I don't know what the word origin of chuggy is.
Yeah.
Is chew the epitome of being very millennial? And so
probably someone high on glue came up with this.
Gloogie.
Yeah, they're like, I'm so high on glue. They're like, did you say chew? And they're like, I'm high on glue, me. And they're like, are you saying chuggy?
All right, I've got another word for you.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Okay, this word is DOGECOIN.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, yes.
You know, I hated calling it Doge, but then I went to Venice and they have Doge. The Doge was like the local governor. I was like, it's Dogecoin. There we go. I found the root of the word.
Yeah. So, yeah, we know how to pronounce that one.
I didn't know how to pronounce it, though. This was something I only just
What did you say?
Accepted.
What did you call it?
I like doggy coin. I know that's not what it was, but I just liked it. Dog coin or doggy coin.
I did a mix between the two. I did Doji coin.
That's pretty good. I think that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, what makes this is a word of the year?
No, these are most mispronounced words. This comes from This is from a journalist who has had to help news anchors on the air with pronouncing.
Let's just plow through the rest of these here.
Okay. All right. How about OMICRON?
I love this word. I've been pronouncing it Omicron.
Yeah. So apparently you can say either Omicron or Omicron.
I love Omicron.
Omicron sounds like, oh my God, Omicron. Omicron.
I just like, it sounds like a villain, like Omicron, like you say it with a super low voice.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Okay. Next one.
Yeah. How about this one is called YASSIFI. YAS as in Sam, S as in Sam.
Yassifi?
Yassif? Yeah. What's the last name?
It's Yassify.
Yassify.
I've never even heard it.
I haven't either, but I came to it after I said Yassifi, and that didn't make sense. But Yassify does make sense. Let's Yassify that.
By the way, I want to complain about one of these entries.
Okay.
I want to complain about Glasgow.
Are you sure you don't want to complain about all of them?
I would like to, but I feel like once we go to other countries and and how you pronounce places in a foreign country, that come on, give me a break. I mean, Glasgow, Moscow. You can say Glasgow if you want. Moscow.
What about Argentina?
That's what I mean. Then it kind of spirals out of control, and every newscaster is supposed to know the perfect pronunciation, with a little bit of local accent and flair when they say it. That's asking too much. The other ones I get: Omicron, Dogecoin. I have to think about them before I even say them. But let's not move into foreign words.
Okay.
Just do your best.
All right. Let's talk about the big medical news of the day today, because that scientists have found that taking one common pharmaceutical may now cut your risk of getting Alzheimer's disease by up to 69%.
You love that number.
Marijuana?
Viagra.
Oh, Danny, you're so fortunate.
Yeah, good thing I take one of those every day.
Every day.
Every
In your
day.
smoothie.
It's like, yeah, I take a little protein powder, a Viagra, some vitamin D, grind it all up, and then just drink that down.
Yeah.
That's why they call me Vascular D.
Yeah. Oh, that'll get you really vascular.
Oh, yeah. It's going to open up all those pathways for your blood, no matter where they are in your body. Do you think the 69% is a joke, though? Is that real?
No, I think it's real, because I saw it reported on other sites where
on legit sites.
on legit
Not the
sites.
sun.com.
Then I saw it on more legit sites being reported as nearly 70%. So,
yeah, okay. It was like 68.3, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, round that puppy up."
Nice.
So what is it? What does it do again?
So what scientists are saying is that it can help your brain health, which I would not think that on Viagra that your brain is functioning at peak efficiency.
Yeah, it's not firing on all cylinders.
Oh, you're peaking.
Yeah. You wouldn't think that you're getting as much like blood flow to the brain on the Viagra, but experts analyzed 7.2 million adults and found that regular users had a 69% lower chance of being diagnosed with Alzheimer's over the 6-year period.
So now when you go to hims.com, you can claim that it's not that you have impotence, but it's that medicinal. You don't want Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Smart.
But
yeah.
What are the risks here? Let's not forget.
Yeah, well, I think, yes, I do think you need to consult your cardiologist, especially before.
No, I'm talking about longer than 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I heard a story about how they treat that.
How do they treat it?
Well, I was told that they lance it. And if you have the word lance in your dong in the same and operation,
not including the word bass.
Oh my gosh, it's not going to go well.
It's
so
not
the story I heard,
it's bassing it. They're just lancing it.
Yeah, well, it's like that's. I've heard a rumor. I can't verify this. Maybe someone with actually, a medical background. But I heard that they do something, and it's very messy. Meaning blood wise, it's just like you just have to hope and pray that after 3.5 hours it goes down. Then you could benefit from the Alzheimer's.
TKMG's in the chat says, Danny, did you hear that from a friend?
Yes, actually, I did. A really good friend. Look, if I had my member lanced, I would talk about it on this podcast.
No, you for sure would.
It would be more memorable than driving Santa around.
Yeah.
A lance dong. That's a story I'll tell my grandkids.
Yeah. So the scientists are saying that potentially people could start being prescribed Viagra to tackle dementia.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine old folks' homes now?
I mean,
like people are checking clubs now.
People are checking into them at like 42, 43 years old.
The average age of Caligula is going to go up 20 years.
And the average age of getting into old folks' homes is going to go down by like 20 years.
Yeah. No, I mean, that some of these places.
I think you should definitely admit me to an old folks' home, Rachel. Yeah, I think it's time.
Nope. I mean, these hookups are happening, Tyson.
Yeah. DePete says, does it work on women? And I would say, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Like, are you talking about for dementia, DePete?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I would think so. I would think that the brain functions the same way.
Why can't they take out the raging bone aspect of the pill and just treat you with whatever good part?
I think it's one and the same.
Right? I think it is because I don't think it's necessarily that part, but I think it's the opened up pathways for the blood through the lower extremities or the circulation or something like that.
So any medicine that opens up blood vessels is just naturally going to give me a rager. This is what I don't understand. Like, is that just something that goes hand in hand? The open blood vessels and ragers? I just want to know more. And it seems really dumb to treat Alzheimer's by giving everyone Viagra. I don't know why in my mind that just doesn't seem like I mean, I don't want Alzheimer's. If that means I have a 4-hour rager every day, I will definitely take the pill.
I mean, I don't think that's if that something has gone wrong if that happens, Danny.
No, I know, but I mean, it's just like junior high all over again, all the awkwardness that comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Every bumpy road, just random moments in class. It's just like
some NRBs.
We want a bunch of old guys walking around with NRBs all day long. That's not the society I want to live in.
NRB.
No reason boners.
No reason boners.
There's also BRBs, bumpy road.
I never heard that one.
BRBs. Look, can't we cut
that's what that means when people say that?
Yeah. Can't we cut out
I was wondering why they had to leave and why they would come right back when they would say that to me.
Yeah.
BRB. I had no idea that's what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't either. I actually
were like, BRB, and then they leave. I'm like, oh, okay. Wait,
but guys,
they come right back.
You get what I'm saying? Why can't the makers of Viagra cut out all that stuff and still give us the benefits?
Because that's why you have the benefits.
The drug is sildenafil. So that wasn't on the list of mispronounced words. And I don't know. I think it's just like I don't know if you can. I think if you change the drug, it'd be something else.
It's almost like a monkey paw. No Alzheimer's, but you're going to be dealing with NRBs all day long.
But if you're opening up your blood vessels or your veins or whatever the drug does, isn't there other things that do that don't give you ragers?
That's what I'm saying. Why can't
then Google it, Danny? Probably.
I'm not to this point yet. I don't need to worry about this. Well, maybe I do. It can start right now. Like I said, every year is a gift that does something like this doesn't happen. So, okay. Well, I'll look into that when the time comes. I don't know if I want to walk around with a rager all day.
Yeah. And now when you talk to your primary care person, you can say that it's definitely to prevent dementia.
Look, I'm trying to beat dementia, sir, but I just don't want to walk around with an NRB.
But I will if I have to.
In this study that they studied Viagra users and found that they were 69% less likely to have the effects of Alzheimer's disease. So
maybe it has nothing to do with the drug. It's just simply that you have these sex addicts that are.
I don't know if all Viagra users are sex addicts.
Addicts, dude.
Yeah, I don't believe that's the case. Yeah. But I think that so that's step one. Where they go from here, can they find another drug that has similar effects but that does not have produce the other benefits of Viagra? That could be in the works in the future.
Have they tried changing the color?
You think it might be the blue dye?
I don't know. That
could be the blue dye.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's an exciting prospect.
It really is.
Yes. Okay. This article said that it was the scientists are hugely excited by the findings.
This almost sounds like an Onion article. 69% hugely excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, the UK Sun was our source on
very.
But I also I saw it on a number of news sites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, this is a real study. Okay.
Yeah, real.
Well, let's talk about a story that is going on in the UK where a man has made headlines having the world's largest model train set, which was 200-foot-long model train set, which he spent 6 months working on and was hiding from his girlfriend, who has now found this record-breaking train set.
Imagine how that unfolded. Mm-hmm. That's what I like to think about when I read this story.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in the basement, Tom?
I feel like you're hiding something from me.
What's down there? What's covered with all those blankets?
Nothing. Nothing.
And her imagination must have been running wild. Like, she's got tons of
a runaway train.
And then she was probably relieved.
No. I think that this woman was probably just very disappointed. Like, this is what you've been doing with your time and your money. This model train set.
But out of all the things you could hide from a girlfriend, there's lots. Your Ashley Madison account,
Mhm.
all the
I
other
think
weird
my wife
stuff.
would prefer I was having an affair than working on a
Then the
200-foot
train?
model train set.
I don't know. This train set looks pretty cool. I'm not saying I'm going to get into trains, but if this is look at this train. It's nice.
At
It's
least if he was
intricate, it's
having an
artistic.
affair, he has there's something going on with this guy. At least that someone else is attractive to him or attracted to him.
When she was looking at his text, though, I bet you she didn't think that when he said, "Come over and check out my train," that he was talking about a train set.
Mhm.
She was snooping around. Like, what is this train?
I want you to come check out my caboose.
Yeah, come check out the new caboose I just got. There's no way
Yeah.
she was thinking train set.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
look at it.
It could have gone the other way. I mean, maybe part of him was like, when she finds out that I've collected this train, she's going to be so impressed by its length.
Yeah,
Yes, length and girth. Look at it.
Impressive length. What he erected down there, certainly.
Whoa. Guess how much he spent. Guess how much
How
he
much?
spent.
How much?
Wait.
I want you
Before
to
I
guess.
guess that, how many sections did he like? Because I'm assuming he didn't accumulate it all in one go.
Mhm.
Not at this price.
So how many separate trains combined into one train would it be?
I have no idea, but guess how much it cost.
I
gonna
see
guess
the cost in the article.
$22,000.
No, wait.
$330,000.
Oh,
She should leave him.
And guess what?
Well, I guess if you have the kind of money to drop on model trains.
you probably have a lot of money. And also,
Yeah.
do model trains appreciate? Are they like the new NFT?
I think they're one of those things that your children discover later and kind of just throw away.
I think that they're worth what
Okay.
somebody else is willing to pay for it.
Oh, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are people willing to pay more for it?
You know what's kind of dumb about
50
his
years from
train
now.
setup?
What?
Go on.
It's just 200 feet straight. It looks from the pictures like it's just a straight track. Like, why not make a loop?
It
Something
dead ends?
exciting. It just appears to dead end.
So where was he hiding this? That is,
Yeah, that's the-
So he had a cellar, and he told the girlfriend that he was a wine merchant, and that all his wine was down there. She's like, "Oh, a wine merchant. Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then it was
That's
a
how he got all
big
his money.
surprise. Yeah, when she went down the cellar one day and said, "Hey, where's all the wine?"
Surprise.
Somebody stole my wine and put in place a train. I guess I'll just use this train. I guess we'll just have to make do with this train.
Yeah. In fairness, they are now engaged. They did not break up after this revelation.
I knew it because this isn't necessarily a bad thing. All right. Like I said, she probably had all sorts of suspicions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then this was tame
No
compared to all the
bodies.
things she thought of.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
not a single body in the wine cellar.
Yeah.
There's no wine. That's disappointing.
That was
But,
disappointing.
but there's no skeletons, no dead bodies, no weird, like the Beautiful Mind guy
Probably
who like
he's-
had this whole thing
yeah.
mapped out on a board. There was nothing like
Oh,
that.
a chart brute.
Yeah,
they
a
call
chart
those things.
brute.
Well, the other thing is he probably spun her a little lie and said something like, "Hey, this is our nest egg. Now, look, everyone I've talked to said that this is going to appreciate,
Yeah.
and we're going to be sitting on $1 million
In
in
10
20
years. 20
Mhm.
years.
It's like, oh, okay, that sounds good.
These trains
Yeah.
appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
they
if
sure
you don't
do.
appreciate them.
That's right. This
Yeah.
isn't an investment opportunity to get in on the ground floor with George's train.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're buying imaginary
Jude
stuff on
Shugi.
NFTs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
congratulations, George, on the fiance and
Yes,
keeping the train. A
engagement.
Yes,
man can have
congratulations.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. So if you run up $330,000 in bills on model trains,
Yes.
you might have some debt collectors coming your way. Well, bad news, because that you could not pick up the phone, but now debt collectors have new ways of contacting you. They could slide into your DMs.
Sounds sexy.
It
I feel
sounds
like-
sexy. Yeah.
I feel like they could always have done that. It's not hard to search a name and then DM them, right?
Well,
Or by law, were you not allowed to? in
maybe
That's
they,
what
Ecuador?
I was
just thought of
wondering.
this now.
I was wondering if that counted as some kind of legal contact or did not.
But I would just do the same thing I do to most DMs, which is ignore them.
Yeah. Well, they can slide into your DMs, and you might feel harassed, but at the end of the day, if they feel like there's a legitimate debt, they're going to try to contact you any way possible.
$330,000. Can't let that debt disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, they're going to slide into your DMs. They already can send you emails and texts. What's next, Danny?
Yeah, that's this is becoming a problem. Now, nobody wants to answer any communication. I mean, look at the guy on the mountain. He was probably afraid to look at his Instagram, because it could have been debt collectors, afraid to answer his phone because it's some scammer calling about a car warranty. It's just like, let's go back to face-to-face. That's the only form of communication we can trust now.
So they should come to your door?
No. I'm saying people who need to contact
FaceTime.
you need to do it face-to-face because every other form's been corrupted by debt collectors and scammers.
So anytime I need to talk to Danny, rather than text or call him, I have to book a flight.
Yes.
Show up unannounced
at my door.
At his door. He won't be there. He's on an adventure. I then have to sit on his front porch because Liz isn't comfortable with me waiting in the house until the time that Danny returns.
Face to face. It's the only way it can work.
Wow. But at least then Danny will be like, "Oh, hey, Tyson, you must have needed to get in touch with me for something." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been here 3 days."
The reason FaceTime won't work, Tyson, I came across an article 2 days ago about deep fakes, which we've talked about. And the author of this article he said for $20, he could get a deep fake, not just of himself, but a pretty good deep fake of anyone. So how do I know that I'm talking to you, Tyson?
That is true. That is true.
That's the future.
Tyson, is this big problems for Cameo?
Tyson, don't try to FaceTime me.
Oh, he rejected it.
Danny, why did you reject the FaceTime?
Wow, that was just a test.
We are already FaceTiming right now, Tyson. We're face to face right now.
Yeah, but what if I wanted to talk to you about Rob?
Okay, well, but wait till we hang up, then do it behind his back. Like that's old. That's the old way of doing it, behind his back.
Okay.
But okay, well, now just don't answer your DMs. Everyone, just stay away from any form of communication where it's not obvious who it is.
Okay. Yeah. Rob, what were you going to say about Cameo?
That if you could deep fake for $20, I feel like that's more affordable than going on Cameo, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Really awful things.
Because they do have those CGI stuff like Beowulf. The Beowulf version of me.
It's better than Beowulf, the guy said.
That was peak. Beowulf
that's
was
as far as we'll ever get.
That was as good as it gets.
Yeah. Remember when they were like, no need for actors anymore. Everyone look at the movie Beowulf.
We've all seen that Tom Cruise golfing deep fake, right? We watched that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's
he's a guy that does a lot of Tom Cruise deep fakes.
Yeah, there are a ton of deep fakes. And this guy in this article I read said most people just want to put celebrities on the heads of adult actors. That's what most of his work is, which I thought that would be a really depressing job, frame by frame, adjusting the deep fake on the head of an adult actor, to be the celebrity of choice. So Tyson, there might be one of you out there performing illicit acts.
Would you want to be notified if somebody finds that, Tyson? Or would you prefer to not know?
I'd probably prefer that nobody knows.
Yeah, that's a good question, Danny. If there was a deep fake pornography where your head had been put on the adult actor, would you want to know about it, or would you want to be oblivious?
I don't want to know about it.
I think I'd want to know.
Yeah, you might want to nip it in the bud.
How are you going to? You can't stop it.
Same
article had a quote from Scarlett Johansson that basically just said, "What's the point?" And she should know. I'm sure that tons of people have made videos. Yeah. So if you can't fight it, you just try to ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess so.
I mean,
or download it.
I'm assuming the person is going to be in good shape, right?
You would hope so.
Yeah.
At the very least, the person using your face would put you on the body of a super hot bro. At the very least.
I mean, yeah.
Thomas asks if everyone saw the weird deep fake of Tom Cruise jumping on Oprah's couch.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was weird.
Really good deep fake for its time, too.
Okay. Another study another news report from the world of robotics. People have been calling for the United States to enter an agreement regulating and banning the use of killer robots, and the United States has not yet agreed to sign on to this pact.
Some people just like old-fashioned human-on-human killing. They're like, let's just keep this fair, and let's have humans kill humans.
And the U.S. is like, no, we have superior robotic technology with the Boston Dynamics robotic dogs factory churning out
murderous dogs endlessly, a conveyor belt of death. Look, I know why these people would want to ban this. It seems like a good idea, but unless they're volunteering themselves to go fight the wars, I think that maybe we should continue to build killer robots.
Yeah, wouldn't we rather just have imagine what's that show called? Robot Wars?
Oh, that would be cool if that's how we settle things international.
So it's just instead of just a single robot with a skill saw attached to its head, it's like trillions of robots against trillions of other robots on someone else's turf.
Well, I thought you were saying that it's like we each have a champion robot, right? That enters the field.
We have a whole
horde,
a whole military full of robots.
You want to know what the best part about a killer robots fight for your side is that I can't imagine anything being more disheartening than having to kill a robot as the enemy, because it doesn't feel probably like you do anything. They just build another robot in a factory. It doesn't feel like you're reducing the number. It's got to be demoralizing. Then the robot, I've seen enough Terminator, it's just crushing skulls coming towards you, unstoppable. It just eventually you just be like, this is pointless, killing all these robots.
You think it would be demoralizing?
It would be totally demoralizing if one side had robots and the other didn't. Because at least if you're killing a person, you're like, take that, you jerk. You have some kind of personal animosity.
Is that what happens?
To kill a person, you have to have some animosity towards those people, that group of people, whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas
I don't think
robot,
it's hand-to-hand combat anymore, Danny.
Well, either way, you blow them up the whole time. You're like, oh yeah, take that. But with a robot, it's like there can't be anything. The robot doesn't feel anything. He doesn't care. He's soulless for now. And then you just like, oh, good, I killed another robot, but I don't feel like I took any kind of vengeance because the robot doesn't care.
Yeah. Is there a rivalry between Robot Wars and BattleBots? Caitlin in the chat says BattleBots rock.
Were BattleBots the ones with the tiny ones and they'd flip each other over?
Or are they a toy?
Would those be banned per this agreement?
Good point. We need to get some fine print. On this agreement.
There needs to be a line defined, because what if you have programmed your Boston Dynamics robot dog to not kill?
By the way, this is a great idea if everybody agreed to it. You just don't want one person not agreeing to it, because guess who's going to show up with all the murder bots at the next fight? It's going to be them, because they're not going to be like, no, this is
I don't think that's a secret. Danny.
No. Well, some people believe that that's how it works. Let's get as many as possible. But if there's some people you can't get to agree, they're going to show up with all the best murder bots.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep you posted if there's any other news on the killer robot negotiations. Over in Maine, I think they could use some killer robots to take down some trees, because that there is a specific tree, a Bradford pear tree, that is creating a big problem in Maine because it emits a very foul odor.
Okay.
Brad must is it Bradford? Brad, what did you say? He must have
it's actually gotten so bad in South Carolina that officials are planning to outlaw the sale and the purchase of that tree by 2024, and are offering a bounty to eradicate the existing trees.
Who's buying them, knowing that they smell like this?
Well, they have very pretty.
Delicious?
No, they have beautiful white flowers that blossom.
I bet that's when they stink the most, though.
But they have a very pungent odor that is being compared to fish, rotting fish. If that, it's hard to describe. It's not like crab apples or lilacs. It's a rank smell.
Beautiful white blossoms,
Uh-huh.
but the trade-off is rotting fish.
Mm.
Nope, no thank you. I think I could find an alternative that doesn't come with the rotting fish smell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The good news is it is a structurally weak tree, which is unable to support heavy snow or ice.
Nice.
So
Just one ice storm.
yeah, the branches break, but that poses a danger to people.
Hey, how much are they paying? I've got 2 or 3 chainsaws in my garage. Should I head to South Carolina right now?
I don't think that the bounty is officially started. I think that officials are considering bounties.
It's gonna
So
get
what
out
do
of
you do?
control.
You have to. How would you prove that you've decimated a tree?
They bring us the trunk of
Root
the stinky
system.
tree. Yeah.
I think the root
root
system
system?
has to be brought.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm headed there.
Okay,
I'll
for
take,
bounties.
like I said, I've got several chainsaws. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
yes.
fight other bounty
Bring 'em all
hunters for the trees with my chainsaws.
Mhm.
Is
So-
this is an awesome movie idea, you know. South Carolina offers bounty on pear
Yeah.
trees, and Danny's just like in people's backyards, just sawing straight down the middle of a tree,
Yeah.
just cutting it in half lengthwise.
These trees came from Japan, and people planted them in Maine, and they took them from Maine and brought them to South Carolina. And now that they're having a big problem, this is the same thing that we talk about with these animal species.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, people just
Invasive.
can't stop themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Smuggling dead fish trees, on flights, got a couple branches up their legs. Or
Different
Mhm.
cultures appreciate different smells.
yeah.
You know? And so you can't bring a stinky fish tree from Japan and assume that our culture of dino nuggets is going to appreciate that smell as much as they do.
Mm-hmm.
Dino nuggets.
Yeah.
Boy, a lot of dino nugget talk
Yeah.
today.
Well, I
Well, I'm
cook a
just
lot of
saying,
dino nuggets.
You know,
Mhm.
they're over there eating healthy sushi, delicious seafood.
I'm
We're over
microwaving
here with
plate
our
after plate of
you're
dino nuggets.
microwaving frozen dino nuggets, not even putting them in the oven anymore.
Or the
Danny.
toaster.
Yeah. Whoa.
I've-
Dino nuggets in the toaster?
Yeah.
That's
Or
a unique
air fryer.
idea.
I mean, if you really want to do it.
The
Oh
air
yeah, the air
fryer
fryer
is
is great.
rad,
How
yeah.
about
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
Oh my Jamie Oliver.
DePete corroborates my story saying fish is very popular in Japan.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And then having one more story before we get to Danny's ball tall. And this is a story about an incident that has a lot of air travel experts confused. There was a report that came over that there is like a computer system that lets people know when there are issues that require the TSA to be involved. And so there was a flight that happened, Delta Flight 1360, in the last couple of weeks, where that, according to the aircraft communications system, that this was the message that was displayed, that a requiring red coat meet at AC PAX in 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put the cat back in its carrier when FA requested.
okay.
Flight attendant is FA.
By the way, a hairless cat. So
Yeah.
add a next level,
Like
of
almost like a
weirdness to
baby.
this.
Yeah. So apparently, presumably a woman was breastfeeding a cat
Mhm.
and would not put the cat back in its carrier when requested by the flight attendant, and so they had to call in backup.
Out of all,
what the pony, the miniature pony?
bring in the
Backup?
pony lady
Yeah,
to
Bring
make
in the
battle.
pony lady. Okay.
Out of all the
so-
stories we've talked about,
Mhm.
Yeah.
this is the one that I'll always remember.
Is this
the
a baby
most
cat?
bizarre. We've talked about.
Was it a baby cat? That's a good question. Yeah.
This is just like I saw this headline. I read the story. I shared it with people before the podcast. I couldn't
Mhm.
keep it to myself.
Mhm.
It is so bizarre. If I sat next to this, it's way worse than almost anything other than fighting someone.
Would you
Right.
be like, hey, I just got to I got to do a selfie video real quick. It has nothing to do with you breastfeeding a naked cat. It's just like I have to send this video off.
Would it be better if she had dressed the cat? At
Yeah, if
least
there's a
little bit?
dressed cat.
So you think dress it up in a baby bonnet and stuff?
Maybe that
And a
might
diaper?
help
Put a
diffuse
diaper on
the
it?
Yeah.
weirdness.
Okay.
Or
So
make it weirder. I don't know. Okay. Sounds
Now-
like Rob has some inside scoop here.
no,
Okay,
I don't
what's
have an
up?
inside scoop.
Oh.
I just want to say, this is a complicated story because it covers. I think over the years we've talked about different, stories of some of the difficulties women have faced trying to breastfeed when they are in public venues.
Yeah.
We've
free the
also
nipples.
talked a lot about service animals on planes and the
Sure.
various different service animals. I've talked about bad airline passengers.
Perfect storm.
Yeah,
Perfect storm.
Danny hates his cat. Would not even feed it regular food.
Let alone milk from my own nipple.
But can you breastfeed a cat?
I think cats
The cats like
historically
milk.
appreciate milk.
If
So it
this
does
story is
sound-
true, let's keep saying that because
if this story is true, then yes, you can breastfeed a cat.
I could see someone mistaking what they saw the woman doing for breastfeeding a cat. That might not have been what
Did
happened.
she have two, like a mom cat and a baby cat? And was the baby cat, the kitten, suckling the mom cat's teeth?
I don't know. I have to go.
You have to go?
Yeah.
Hey, Tyson, we just started.
Yeah.
Where are you
I
going?
I have to go home.
I told you this story would
BRB?
blow your mind.
Yeah, BRB, guys. Yeah.
This story
I'm
is
fortunate I
blowing your
didn't eat
mind.
breakfast this morning. It is, yeah. And I don't like whatever your fetish. as
Remember
long
the
as
ended
it's all
Grapes of
consenting
Wrath?
parties, but an animal is not a consenting party.
Was it
Yeah.
the end of Grapes of Wrath where she breastfeeds
Yes,
the old
it is.
man? That
Yes.
story, which I read so long ago, that
Burned
part
in my brain.
burned into my brain. This is now going to replace it. Probably
And she did that to save that man's life, and still
Yeah.
it burned into my brain.
I was like, "Whoa, what?" And
Maybe
now
the
I have
cat
something to replace
was the
that.
cat dying?
Of hunger.
Yeah.
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 Maybe
I
if so.
Can you trust a cat to safely
No,
suckle?
you cannot. I wouldn't think, but I mean,
Not my cat.
I'm not her.
And it seems like the issue here on the flight was that the cat was not in the carrier.
She couldn't breastfeed through the carrier cage door.
Mm-hmm.
That's oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll never fly commercial again.
Yeah.
13A, is that the window?
That's
Is
the
that the
goal of
window or
everyone.
the aisle?
Yeah, 13A is
Get the aisle always
window.
so you can escape this type of scenario.
is the
should happen
window.
next to you.
But
A
I-
is the window. Yeah.
A is the window, but I think the goal of every human is to never fly commercial again.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if there's a way to do that. If there's
Tyson-
a fund that all the billionaires could put in to just
Yeah.
private jet everyone around would be, I mean,
This happens next to you. Do you request a new seat, even if she puts the cat away?
I request a million free sky miles from whatever airline I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
1 million miles.
Okay. So, I mean, we don't know a ton about this, and we hope to bring you updates of it.
Yeah, story
if
could
we-
change.
The story could change. I mean,
Were
could
they
there have been a
like-
typo in this story?
Well, or maybe they were like, okay, everybody, you got to put your luggage up there, all animals and carriers for takeoff. And she's like, oh, no, this is a baby. I'm breastfeeding it. Like maybe,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. I wasn't there, fortunately, but also unfortunate for the story to get a clearer picture of what actually went down. So
There's a lot of potential. I'm holding back so much.
Yeah.
Disturbing conversation.
Okay. Well, it
Not
seems like
fit
that
the podcast.
Newsweek has like a little bit more of an in-depth report
good.
about
good.
this.
Yeah, the
that's-
deeper we can get into
yeah.
this, that's
So,
probably the better.
This is a flight that travels. That Delta Flight 1360 goes between Syracuse, New York, and Atlanta, Georgia. So starts in Syracuse, stops in New York, then goes to Atlanta, Georgia.
What airline was it?
A Delta. Yeah.
Ooh, I just started flying Delta again. I've finally said farewell to American Airlines, even though it's half the price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Rob, you got new insight.
According to a TikTok account from the flight attendant, her name was Ainsley Elizabeth. She referred to the incident that security met the flight because the woman was breastfeeding her cat. The woman had one of those like hairless cats swaddled up in a blanket, so it looked like a baby. Her shirt was up, and she was trying to get the cat to latch, but she wouldn't put the cat back in the carrier, and the cat was screaming for its life. What does she do at home if she does that in public? And then security met the flight just to tell her that she couldn't do that again because it was weird and gross.
She needs to get one of those breastfeeding specialists at the
Now,
hospital.
we know there's no law. Yeah, we know there's no law about the breastfeeding specialist where they just cram the baby's face as hard as they
expert,
can.
I think.
What is this woman's name again?
Ainsley Elizabeth. Now, is it possible that this woman
for her on TikTok?
You can search for her. Yeah, they don't link to her TikTok in the Newsweek
how do you
article.
Spell Ainsley Elizabeth?
Ainsley, and then Elizabeth with a Z.
Were psychedelics involved or alcohol?
Here's my theory that you have to fly with your cat in the carrier, but you are free to travel with a baby.
A loophole.
Not in a carrier. So perhaps this passenger said, well, if I swaddle my hairless cat like a baby and breastfeed on the plane, who's going to say anything?
Yeah, someone's like, "Hey, that's a cat." No, it's not.
No,
Prove it.
Why would I be breastfeeding if it was a cat?
Yeah.
Then, ma'am, it's a cat. Please put the cat back in the carrier.
Sounds like the cat was not a consenting part.
The cat was not in on the heist.
Who wants to bring an angry, terrified cat up to their nipple? Out of all the places to bring a cat that's agitated, the nipple seems just like the worst place, other than the eyes.
Yeah,
there's too many Ainsley's Elizabeths on TikTok. I guess it's a popular TikTok name.
Just give up, Tyson, and accept the facts as given by Newsweek.
I am.
Yeah. Delta Airlines put out a statement, and they said, Delta fully supports a woman's right to breastfeed on board Delta and Delta Connection aircraft and Delta facilities. Breast pumps are allowed on board and at the airport if you prefer. Many airports do offer private lactation rooms or spaces. Ask a Delta associate if you need assistance locating one at an airport.
They didn't even touch the cat issue part. They didn't even touch the cat issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No emotional support animals on Delta flights anymore also. That includes peacocks, ferrets, horses, ducks, and snakes.
Well, there's lots of other animals, but that's why I'm going to fly Delta from here on out.
So, okay.
Wow, what a story. I don't know.
I asked T-Bird if she knows anything about this.
Yeah, she's a flight attendant, right?
For Delta. Yeah.
Wow. That's almost too perfect.
Yeah. So maybe she knows. She I believe flies out of Atlanta.
See if she knows Ainsley Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Danny, are you ready to take us to this week's Bolt Hole?
Yep. Take my hand and join me.
Okay. All right.
No, I will.
Once again, Danny Bryson had a birthday this week. He is back with the first Bolt Hole of his latest year around the sun right now.
Welcome to my Bolt Hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yeah. Danny Bryson, ladies and gentlemen.
So much entertainment during the month of December. Possibilities, movie-wise. Maybe Christmas theme, maybe not. Maybe you go to a show. And I found one that maybe you're interested in if you like, you like to see people fight, not on an airplane, but, in a official setting. But you don't like the gore of like MMA, which I find hard to watch. Like I just imagine getting punched in the face by one of those people. That makes me like, oh, that looks awful. Or boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like that, but you do want to pay to watch something, there's a new option, and that is pillow fighting on pay-per-view. There's going to be an event in Florida on January 29th. Now, before you jump up and say, I've pillow fighted, or fought.
Is this all the Dannies fighting for the number one Danny?
Yeah, remember they did that with pool noodles?
Yeah.
No, this is serious.
All the Joshes, yeah.
Serious pillow fighting.
Serious pillow fighting?
Yeah.
Like they had rocks in their...
Yeah, the pillow is filled with sand.
Filled with doorknobs or soap bars. They said the only difference between our fights, meaning the pillow fights and MMA fights, is that nobody gets hurt. And I thought, well, isn't that kind of defeating the purpose of why somebody would watch something like this?
Right.
They're specialized pillows. I don't know where you buy a pillow that's specialized for pillow fighting. When my boys pillow fight, someone ends up crying.
Someone always.
So my
gets
guess
hurt.
is that this fight will end very much the same. Someone will end up crying. And
Starts fun and somebody gets knocked off the bed. Yeah.
Is it kids or is it adults?
No, it's adults.
And are they standing on a bed?
Grown man. They're in a ring.
That'd be better if they were on a bed.
I kind of agree, but you can't let people run away. They do get kind of smacked around. I do wonder if it starts off with laughing, a little bit of tickling, but then it ends up the winner is determined.
So you
when
think it's very flirty to start off?
Yeah, isn't that how all pillow fights start?
I don't know.
And then the winner is determined by whichever one's not crying first.
Whoever's not crying. How old are the combatants in the pillow fight?
It looks like college age males will be competing.
So the first one to cry loses.
I got to imagine that's how a pillow fight ends. Because every pillow fight I've ever seen take place has always ended with someone crying.
Okay. And then the other person be like, sorry.
Don't tell dad. Don't tell dad.
Don't tell dad. The winner is the first one to say, don't tell dad.
Then these are going to be televised, Danny?
Heck yeah. Televised.
How much to watch a pillow fight?
That I don't know. Because
are these going to be celebrity pillow fights?
No, although that's a great idea, Rob. No, from what I can tell, these are just pro pillow fighters. Just like there's pro tag players. I've watched some of those tagging matches. It's just this group of people who love to do childlike things. They were pre-Squid Game. Now that I think about it, the pro tag players, and now the pillow fighters. They were playing kid games as adults.
Are they deeply in debt, the pillow fighters?
It's very possible that this
is this how the real Squid Game works. You get somebody slides into your DM and says, "Hey, want to get out of debt?"
I think when they canceled cuddle party culture, they had to figure out the next step, which is aggressive pillow fighting on TV pay-per-view.
There's only one picture of it, and it looks like these people are pretty muscular, and they're wearing mouth guards. And they do look a little beat around the face.
All the Caligula members.
But they have it submitted through tears. And don't tell anyone. Don't tell dad. So exciting. If you need something to look up.
That's how you win.
If you need to watch something, but you don't like the gore of MMA, then this is something for you.
Yeah, I think I can share a hype video here.
Oh, good
for this.
I haven't even seen that.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's check this out. Okay, here is the hype video for. I think that this is Pillow Fight Championship. Is this what you're talking about, Danny?
January 29th, or let's see,
January 29th.
Yeah, that's it.
Here we go. So we're in the ring, and we've got these pillows, and they're just like they don't. This looks like just like a bag. This is excitement. The card says, and people are watching these. Hard. This is not nap time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is people like dodging them, like Neo in the Matrix. This is the future of sports. I hope not.
Yeah.
Pound down.
Should I switch to be the number one influencer of Pillow Fight Championship?
Not with that face, Tyson. You can't ruin your moneymaker.
Okay, you're right.
If you have to say in your advertisement, "This is exciting," I feel like you have to announce that you don't have something very exciting.
That's a good point.
How many people are buying this? As a joke, even.
I hope tons of people. I would love it if this became the new
How much does it cost to watch the Pillow Fight Championship?
Well, did it give you a price at the end of the promo?
No.
Well, they're hiding that.
Let's see. Pillow Fight Championship. How much does it cost to buy this? At fightfpc.com. Let's see. Upcoming you could register. You could shop. Pound down PFC 3. Okay. What people are saying, there's a page that says what people are saying. It does not have who the people are, but they do have anonymous quotes.
Oh, the best kind of quotes.
Yeah.
This is the next big
founders.
thing. I think PFC is about to take off and become the next big thing in combat sports. It's endlessly entertaining.
Yes.
Somebody
These
else
are
said,
by the guys that invented it. Yes.
pounding with pillows in fierce, but wholesome combat. It's great to see a combat sport that doesn't end with blood all over the canvas.
Oh, yeah.
This is entertainment for the whole family.
You can probably take the
definitely-
word combat out of this.
I definitely want to see people fighting, but I don't want to see blood. I feel like people who want to see people fight also want to see blood.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yeah. It doesn't tell you how to buy anything or how to purchase.
Good. Nobody buy anything.
That happens at the
Guys.
very end.
Remember to cancel your Quibi subscriptions and do not pay for pillow fighting.
Whoa. I haven't heard that word. Quibi?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Quibi means quick bites. It's combined.
Yeah, I know. I thought
what
they
it is-
dissolved.
Yeah, they did. But there are probably
Yeah.
still people paying subscriptions. to them.
I'll tell you what you can do on their website is register to fight in the PFC championship. All you need is a name, email address, and phone.
Oh, you don't
It's
have to be a professional athlete?
Yeah, just simply enter your name, Danny Bryson.
Okay. He's 43. We know what day he's born.
I don't-
email address. Just
Guys, I don't want to get hit in the face even with a pillow. I don't like anyone touching my face. When my
Why you
kids,
wear a bubble around your head, dude?
let me see.
Or a bike
did
helmet.
did they wear?
Nah,
I don't think they wore
they weren't-
helmets.
they
Football
weren't
helmet.
wearing
You
those
can a
soft
football
helmets.
helmet with a full face football helmet.
But then the football helmet's hitting me in the face.
There were no helmets.
no, I know there's
Tyson.
no helmets, but Danny
They're
could
also
be,
barefoot. Some of them.
Yeah, Danny could be the helmet guy.
Sign Tyson up. He's
Some
already
of them
got
are
the
wearing
pickleball
Skechers
arm.
shape ups. Can you imagine how ripped their glutes are after pillow fighting and Skechers shape ups?
Anyway, guys, there's an opportunity here to
Yeah.
watch and it sounds like to fight. If that's your
And Danny to be the #1 influencer of a niche sport.
Ooh,
Mhm.
need to get in on that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Become the Dana White
Pillow fighting.
Could we sponsor any of the pillow fighters? Could we get like somebody like NASCAR, like all News AF
Yeah,
regalia?
I have
yeah.
$100. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think you need that much. Just send
Just a
some
free shirt.
Free shirts.
Mhm. Yeah.
That would be kind of cool, though, to have a guy wearing News AF stuff while he's fighting. I don't care if he's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer you not be the best.
Yeah. There's also a store on fightpfc.com. And one of the first item is a distressed dad hat.
Is it bejeweled?
I bet it's
No.
sold out because they never ended up making any of these.
It doesn't say is Tyson. I feel like that you have your finger on the pulse of merch. Distressed dad hat, is that a thing?
Yeah, some people go for it, actually. I don't love dad hats, but some people go for
It doesn't say that. I thought it was distressed dad hat. It would say on the top, distressed dad. Like I would I'd consider that.
No, a dad hat is one that's form fitting to the crown. It doesn't stick up like this one does. So that's what a dad hat style is. Hey, I have to pee so bad, so we
Okay,
can
all
either
right, we can
wrap
wrap
it
this
up,
up.
or we can wait.
All right,
for me
let's-
to pee.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Okay. Tyson, you want to plug or pee?
Pee.
Pee.
Okay.
Okay.
Dan, do you
Danny,
want me to pee or do you want to plug?
I don't need to plug. Just plug your
Okay.
pee until
Rob, what
we're-
do you have to plug?
you know where to find me. Okay. I watch Selling Sunset on Nothing But Netflix. We'll be back here next Tuesday with more News AF. You ready? Pull the plug.
We
Yeah.
did it, guys.
Bye, everybody.